Hey everybody, how's it going? A little different angle this time around. I'm actually at my freezer getting ready to take a gun apart and put it back together. Got the Foxtrot Mach 9 AR lower. Getting ready to take the trigger out of it and go ahead and swap back to the rare breed. Like I said in my previous video, the AR9, it's a toy. I don't really see, it's a range toy, that's about it. Just like this is a toy. And the cool thing about today is a buddy of mine is coming down to pick me up probably when I should be, I've been going to work, but I probably still should be sitting at the house on my ass not doing a whole lot due to supposed to be recovering from the surgery because it's only 1 week after. But anyway, he got himself the Atrius force reset trigger, or whatever you want to call it. And I've been really curious to look at one just because of the design aspect, because like I pointed out before, I bought one of these. 4 of my buddies bought this one too. And this one is only a 2-position, so it's either save money or spend a lot of money. And so I took mine out relatively quickly. Like I mentioned before, my buddies left theirs in. They were going for a, I forget what model it is, when the Marine Corps was trying to get an automatic rifle up on the line that was lighter than a 249, so they thought this would be something to help them do it. But what we ran into on putting those guns together and making them run reliably, that spring, you can see it right inside there, would break just because of the way it's pushed at an angle instead of straight back, and all of that good stuff. Like I said in the other video, I did a modification to get one up and going when we was out goofing around one day. So that's all there. Like I said, it's a toy. In my mind, it's a toy. The Atrius one, and I guess there's a couple of other, the Super Safety, and that use a different style of bar to actuate the pushing of the finger back forward or forcing the reset, have way different designs and all of that good stuff. So, but there are some things that have been coming up on social media, and not all the videos are covering it very well. One is you need a true mil-spec trigger. You go to the store and you buy a trigger. This one right here is a polished Teflon government mil-spec trigger. You see the notch in the back? That's not true mil-spec. This is a Expo Arms mil-spec trigger. You can order it online. You can go to your gun shop and get it. No, I haven't taken apart. But there you go, is the back. See how it's a solid, pretty much block compared to that right there. So, according to what people are saying on YouTube and Atrius, something along these lines is you want this solid backer right here. So, we're going to give that a shot. Like I said, my buddy sent me a picture of the inner of his AR that he has his Atrius installed in right now. And he does have this style of trigger in it. This AR9 has the exact same government so-called mil-spec issue trigger in it. So, basically what I'm wanting to accomplish at the range today, one, I want to see how, with the upgrades that have been put onto this AR9, I want to see how controllable it is underneath a force reset style position. And then if it is, I might actually go ahead and order an Atrius or something similar, because I found another company that has a similar design online that is not out of stock. Performance Triggers was the page. If you're interested, I haven't bought anything from that company yet. I haven't dealt with that company yet, and I have not dealt with their Super Selector, is what they call it. But they do sell the Super Safety on that page, and they do sell the Super Selector on that page. Trying to do some digging as I can to see if that's just the same company with a different product, like same designer, which apparently he won his lawsuit against Rare Breeds. Thank God. Rare Breeds is just trying to own the market, I guess, be a monopoly. And the other thing we're going to do is magazine testing again for AR9s. The Glock stick magazine, the SMG stick magazine that has the... Oh, this one's not doing it. This is a different magazine than the last video. Nope, it's there. Not as bad, but it's there. The bullet walking around. And then the KCI magazine that came with the Blade 6 or one of the other ones I've just had laying around. So I'm going to go ahead, get this trigger popped out and put the rare breed back in. And we will go from there. And if everything's cool with my buddy coming down, maybe we'll get his gun up online and going and make sure we don't have any issues. One other thing, the buddy that's coming down has an Atrius. One of the guys in my unit has an Atrius. And the one guy in my unit has taken his Atrius out, which this was his original trigger. He would not take... I was just going to give him a trigger pack and say, go for it, man. I'm not doing it anymore. But he wanted the trigger like this, and he has ran it since he's installed a trigger like this, and he's not having any issues. He says it's going pretty good. Unit guy, he said when he installed a trigger, same make, same model. I actually think this is a LaRue trigger. Don't quote me on that. Excuse me. He could not get it from safe to fire at all. And so, but as soon as he put this trigger in, he was good to go, ready to rock. So there you go. Flat back. So, and it's been running fine. Buddy that's coming down does have, according to looking at the pictures, this style of trigger in the back of it. He said he could not rotate from safe to fire either. Did a little online research on the pages and all that good stuff. And there might be something going on with the safety mechanism that is coming from Atrius, because someone talked about rounding the angle of the detent that hold your selector in position. If it's a little aggressive, sometimes the Atrius selectors are having issues. So he did that. He took some 80 grit sandpaper and kind of rounded the nose of it off, and he says it's working fine. So, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this trigger pack out with me. It's actually for a customer's gun that I've got all of his parts sitting here that he has purchased so far, and I'll just go buy him another Expo arms kit if we wind up needing to swap it out. I mean, if I remember right, they're not that expensive. It's somewhere between the 20-40 buck mark. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully he's cool with this, and hopefully we actually get to make a video today. And I'm going to take the Glock 19 out again and play with it and see if I can actually make a relationship with that gun. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway, y'all have a good one. I will catch you on the other side of the video. So just gonna put those in, try them first. And this is a Diamondback. Yep, that has no modifications to it, straight from the shop, right? Right, it's all stock except for the Atrius. All right. Except for okay. All right. Range is hot. Semi-auto. Here we go. Light primer strike, I'll bet. All right, hit your 4. All right. Worked that time. Yep. But definitely overgassed. Definitely overgassed. Yeah, light primer strike. Come on, focus. There it is. All right. Wonder if you might be having a feeding issue too. Could be. These rounds are real shit. Yeah. Probably the reason why I'm using them. All right. Flipping over to the third position.
Nope.
Nope.
Let's see. I'm gonna try.
See my.
Nope.
Well, let's try the trigger swap and see if that fixes it.
Okay.
All right. I'll bring the trigger out. Looks like we're gonna do a trigger swap real quick. It's a tuning day. Okay, so this was the trigger that was in it from Diamondback Tactical. See the little U-notch right there? The Expo arms, we just put it in, so let's see what happens.
All right.
All right, well, need to do some more tuning. Okay, so with what we've done so far, just switching out the trigger, we are getting light primer strikes. So let's try we'll try M855 instead of a 223 load and see what it does.
All right. So semi. Here we go.
Nothing. All right. Let's go ahead and do the buffer and the buffer spring, because I know you're ejecting your brass pretty far forward.
Yeah.
I'm starting to have concerns because we did have this happen on one of the ones we did a rare breed on. Is the gas port was a .064, 0.065 on the barrel, but it had a light buffer and a light spring in it, and it makes it look like it's overgassed.
The green tip again.
And this is putting the H3 buffer in it and a little bit more stouter spring.
All right.
3 o'clock ejection. We might have another problem now.
There you
Go for it. Or not. See how many rounds you can hold on your target at 25 yards.
What?
See how many rounds you can hold on target at 25 yards.
All right. I think I threw about 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, it was that went.
Yeah.
All right. Good guess.
So, and this is what everybody was complaining about when I put that that video about force reset triggers. They need tuning. So you gonna try that 223 ammo again?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Dead trigger. Nope. That 223 stuff ain't gonna have enough gas in it. So.
Nope.
Yeah, you're just. Same thing.
Yep.
So now what you're running into, what I'm willing to bet, if we take your gas block off and we put a stake key in it and measure it, I bet you're at 0.062 to 0.066 on your actual port on your barrel, when you need to be roughly at a minimum 0.074, because like mine on the binary trigger or any other ones I've done, we just take them out to 0.078, which is really overgassing it, but don't have these issues. But as long as you run a 855 and probably 193, you're good to go. Okay, so now we're using 223 with a suppressor, non-flow through.
Okay. Let's see how it fires semi first.
Showing signs of overgassed again. Dead trigger.
Yep. Still messing up.
Oh, you're using the 223, yeah.
Wow.
It just completely
But
died.
it's in that third. Wait, hang on. I'm a dumbass. Here we go.
We just need to open your gas port up a little bit.
Yeah,
well,
I think so.
So you got a QD on there for your suppressor, right?
Yeah, or yeah.
Would you primarily run the weapon suppressed or unsuppressed?
Primarily, probably unsuppressed.
then I wouldn't open. Well, yeah, if you're going to run it unsuppressed, then we might want to open up your barrel port. You're going to stay suppressed all the time, kind of like I try to keep mine. I wouldn't worry about it, but.
Yeah, that's a fast fire rate. Like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's about somewhere between the 657, I think.
I'm gonna go ahead and run out the rest of this mag.
Go for it. It's your gun.
There we go.
Yep. All right. Now let's play with it. Pretty toasty?
Yeah. We're gonna let that cool off for a bit.
All right. All right. So this is once again the Foxtrot Mach 9. Lord, God, that's a lot to say. So does have the rare breeds in it. I did not put the Odinworks buffer back in here because I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. First magazine test with the rare breed trigger, 9mm Glock stick mag. See how it goes. Helps you turn all your shit on.
Good ejection, but
Getting light primer strikes. No primer strike. Just a dead trigger. So far, I don't think the magazine's the issues. I think it's the buffer. So that was the Glock mag. We'll try the KCI mag that comes with the G-Force blade. This one does have a history of not liking these KCI mags. Let's see what happens. So KCI Glock seem to be running really good through it with the rare breed on here. Getting a lot of light primer strikes, so can't blame a magazine for that. That's going to be just the standard AR9 buffer that's in here. So we'll try the SMG magazine. As far as feeding goes, what I'm seeing, all of them are feeding pretty good. There you go. There's where we have our problems. Oh, it's stuck. You ever mortar forward assist charging handle?
No.
You don't. You just beat the hell out of it.
There you go.
And it did do last round hold open. So only one malfunction out of the SMG magazine. So yeah, I think with Ethan's 5.56 gun, we probably need to maybe look at opening up the gas port. Definitely want to check it out. And then with the Foxtrot Mach 9, guess I'm going to go ahead and order an Atrius to put in it and make sure it works with that, and put a heavier buffer in there to get rid of the light primer strikes. Hope y'all like it. Hey everybody, how's it going? We're back at the house. Everything is put up, stowed, and put where it needs to be and all of that good stuff. So let's kind of do a little wrap up after today. We took a FRT from Rare Breed out, and then we also played with the Atrius, getting the rifle set up properly for it. Not Now, when I did put up my original video talking about the rare breed force reset trigger and all that good stuff, some of you kind of bashed on me talking about you don't got to tune them, just drop them in and go. No, you got to play with them. Granted, with the Atrius, a little more work. Got to make sure you got that right trigger in there. We found that out. Like you see in the video, it goes through, it functioned properly. All that good stuff after the trigger's put in. Then we wound up with light primer strikes. So we went ahead and right off the bat, due to time constraints, I just went to the extreme. Told Ethan on his way down, pick up an H3 buffer, and that's what he did. And then I had basically a green spring from Springco that we put in there, and that started taking care of it. You'll notice with the 223, we're still having a little bit of issue of getting it to run properly. Ethan's gun is the prime example of one that needs tuning. So right off the bat, when he's shooting it in semi, before we did any type of work, it's ejecting rounds at the 1 to 130 mark. And then after we put everything together, we noticed that with the heavier buffer and the heavier spring in it, we're getting our 330 ejection port angle just like we want. Then you put a suppressor on it, and then you drop back over to the 2 mark because you're overgassing the system. With his gun, he is going to have to, as long as he's running 5.56 ammo, the higher pressure stuff, he should be all right. But with if he wants to run any type of 223 ammo, he's going to need to open up that gas port, even with the suppressor on is what it looks like as well. So in the past, what I found out with certain barrel manufacturers, we ran into it with the FN, had a .058 on that FM barrel with the mid-length gas system on it, and I opened it up to .078. .078 is just an easy one for me to go to because it's an 11/64 drill bit, pretty common. I'm willing to bet Ethan's is probably somewhere between .06 to .065. What I found in the past dealing with some of this stuff, a lot of these companies are trying to make just semi-automatics. They're trying to make them where they don't recoil, where you can just do rapid on-shot targets real fast, follow-up shots, they'll cut the volume of gas down, and it does put a little more oomph on the bullet because you're not scavenging as much gas off the system. But what it winds up doing when you're trying to do things like these force resets or super selectors or super safeties or stuff like that, you're cutting the volume of gas down that you need to actually make the system run right. Then you got to take in the fact that we had to replace the buffer and the buffer spring, so to get rid of the light primer strikes. With his, I should have got it on video. With the H3, you sit there, you shake it back and forth, you get a chunka type sound going on in there. With the buffer that came out of the DB, the Diamondback Tactical, it was a chuk real fast. So, and it was really light, so he wasn't getting enough hit on that to make it do what it needed to do to work properly. So we got it up, we got it going. I made the comment about the rare breed. We'll just talk about the rare breed in the AR9 real quick. The light primer strikes, it needs a heavier buffer. Right now it's got the factory AR9 from Foxtrot Mike in there, buffer. In case some of you guys don't know, those are just solid buffers. There's no weights inside of them, which is a chunk of metal. I know once I put Odin work back in there, or put or an H3 from an AR10 in there, that'll solve that problem right up. Once again, the gun needs tuning. It doesn't have the right parts in there, and the only reason I know that is because that's how the gun used to be set up. But like I stated earlier in this video, is the AR9 to me is a toy. That rare breed triggers is a toy. My primary gun, if you want to call it hit the fan gun, or I really want to get out and go do something type gun, I've been running a Gen 3 from Franklin Armory for years now, and I've been more than happy with it. I've never broke anything. So kind of really thinking about it, after seeing the Atrius and how it works, I'm thinking the binary Fostech and the force reset triggers deal from Rare Breed. I think it's just really an over-engineered thing that has made some weak points. Fostech replaced springs. Granted, my Rare Breed force reset trigger is the old original one when they first came out. But I pointed out earlier in this video, and I pointed out in my other video, that spring has caused problems right there, and it's just because of the way that cam bar pushes on it that works off the BCG. I did try to talk to Rare Breeds a little bit a second time, because I made the decision I was going to go ahead and buy that third position selector for 125 bucks instead of spending the 200 on the Atrius. And I just wanted to ask some questions like, hey, what other improvements were made other than the 3-position selector? Or is that the only improvement? Something along those lines. They wouldn't answer that question, and they're wanting you to drop quite a bit of money on there. They don't know who I am. They don't know I talk about their stuff. So they're just being real locked-lipped about it. And then also kind of goofing around this morning before I headed out, I caught that VSO channel talking about Rare Breed suing Super Safety over patent design issues or something like that. And VSO did a lot better job of breaking that down than me, than what I can do. So I'll definitely go watch that. And with Rare Breeds only having responding to the one email they have on there, both telephone numbers being worthless, and you chat to a robot, I don't want to do business with you. And I think what VSO put out just kind of put the third strike on there. I don't want to do business with them anymore, because VSO broke it down pretty good, had a pretty good explanation about it. So there's that. But yeah, played with the Glock 19 again. Still not developing a very good relationship with that gun. Shot a CZ, shot my SIG again. I shoot those two guns a whole lot better than I do that Glock. So before I just throw the can down on close the lid on the Glock, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it over to a buddy of mine, see about putting a bore sight on it and checking the sights on it, because it seems like the grouping I got to do a little bit better today. I guess I'm adjusting to the angle on the Glock grip, and also everything just stays left. So I'm really maybe thinking it's probably a sights. It might be off a little bit. And Ethan shot it. He shot to the left. My son did show up out there today. He shot it, and it just shot to the left for him too. So it might just be a sight thing. I just need to fix it and go that route. The other thing I found out today, DM11 M80 ball from Germany. We are definitely going to do another video with the AR-10. I'm going to go ahead and get some more Federal, some more Winchester M80 ball. We've shot those pretty good through there. I'm also going to pick up a blue box of Federal. I don't know, doctor doing weird stuff. I was looking at the doctor for a second. And use that DM11, basically M80, German M80 ball. And we'll do a cost comparison and also a group testing to see which ones shoot better before we start doing more other stuff to the gun. Oh, by the way, I did find my Odin Works buffer. It's in my AR-10. Just in case you didn't know, AR-10 buffers and AR-9 buffers are the same dimensions. I just thought that was kind of funny. I forgot about that, and I forgot to put it in there to help reduce recoil on that gun as well. So, as I said, this is just wrapping up today's range events and everything, what we found out. I know in my original video, I made a comment to like Grand Thumb, a couple of other people and stuff like that, saying this has a place. All honestly, after looking at the designs, like I said, as far as I can tell, Rare Breed hasn't changed anything except giving a 3-position selector. And looking at the Atrius today, the Atrius reminds me a whole lot more of like the Franklin Gen 3. To me, it looks like a lot more dependable setup. I know it's a brand new thing. I know there's, like we pointed out, everybody started talking about the U-shape in the back of the trigger where the sear sits. And I'm sorry. And So there's going to be a lot more things come out and make this trigger or selector a better deal, working the armature. So I'm for it. I guess I'm going to go ahead and try to get one. Oh, one other thing I wanted to cover. Earlier in the video, I was talking about performance triggers, having them in stock. I was wrong. Performance Triggers is selling the Atrius trigger. After doing a little bit more looking at that page and that item, me and Ethan were kind of sitting there talking about it and scroll down to the bottom. And then nice big red letters at the bottom. It says September is when the next batch is supposed to come in for ship. And Ethan goes, well, that's what Atrius is saying right now about their triggers. So with that being said, that's where I'm at. My dumb redneck ass didn't do enough digging to figure out it was an Atrius trigger, which explains why it looked a whole lot the same. But they did post the specs on that deal, which I think is really cool. 4140 carbon hardened steel for 14 days. Now, I'm not a metallurgist or anything like that. I'm going to assume that's a good thing. I know if you can take a chance on getting things too brittle or something like that. Ethan's an engineer. He knows a little bit more about that than I did. He kind of made the comment. He goes, that's actually kind of impressive. So I want to take his word for it and run it. So for me, the Atrius trigger, same thing. Closing thoughts here. Atrius trigger, same thing like any other force reset. You got to tune it. You got to make sure you got enough gas. You got to make sure you got the right buffer system and buffer spring in there to make sure everything closes up, to make sure you don't get like primer strikes and all of that good stuff. And so the Atrius complete trigger system right now on performance triggers is $219. And last time I looked at the rare breeds, their new one is between $400 and $500. So that's what I got. I hope this is some helpful info for you. Like I said, I'm going to go with the Atrius setup. Once I get it in, I will start running it like I used to run the Franklin, and we'll see if we can break it just like me and my buddies originally broke the rare breed. So y'all have a good one. I'm out of here. Later.